AITA for telling my mom that just because she works and pays the bills doesn't mean she can stop with her motherly duties. I'm 16F, and I live with my mom, my stepdad, my twin sister, 16F, my younger brother, 14M, my little sister, 8F, and my older brother, 18M. To say our house is chaotic would be a massive understatement. On paper, we look like a big, happy blended family. But in reality, it feels like I'm the glue holding everything together, and I'm barely holding on myself. Every day, I wake up earlier than everyone else to make sure my younger siblings are up and ready for school. I make breakfast for them, pack their lunches, and make sure they don't forget anything before heading out the door. After they're gone, I have just enough time to get myself ready for school, which I'm often late for because something always comes up: a missing homework assignment, someone's forgotten backpack, or just general chaos. Once school is over, I head to work, and when I get home, it's straight into mom mode. I cook dinner, clean the kitchen, help my younger siblings with their homework, and make sure everyone's bathed and in bed at a reasonable time. By the time I'm done, it's usually after 11 p.m., and I still have my own homework to finish. The worst part? No one else seems to notice or care how much I'm doing. My twin sister helps out occasionally, but she's better at setting boundaries than I am. If my mom tells her to do something, she'll straight up say, "No, I'm busy," or just pretend she didn't hear. My older brother is barely around, and when he is, he's either in his room or out with friends. My stepdad? Don't even get me started. He works, comes home, eats, and then parks himself in front of the TV for the rest of the night. This all came to a head yesterday. I woke up feeling like I couldn't keep going. I was so overwhelmed and exhausted that I felt like I was going to break. So, I worked up the courage to tell my mom, I need a mental health day. I can't do everything by myself. Her reaction? She looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language and said, "What do you even do?" That broke something in me. I've been bending over backward to keep this household running, sacrificing my time, energy, and even my mental health, and she has the nerve to ask me what I do? I didn't even argue. I just turned around, went to my room, packed a bag, and left. I went to my boyfriend's house, and his family was incredibly kind and understanding. They let me stay with them for 3 days, during which I ignored every single text and call from my mom. I needed space to breathe, to exist without being responsible for everyone else. When I finally went back home, I wasn't prepared for what I walked into. The house was a disaster. My room, which I had left clean, was trashed, clothes and junk everywhere. The kitchen sink was overflowing with dirty dishes, and the living room looked like a tornado had passed through. It was clear that in my absence, no one had lifted a finger to clean or organize anything. As soon as I walked in, my mom didn't even greet me. She just pointed to the mess and said, "Clean it up." That was the final straw. I exploded. I told her, just because you work and pay the bills doesn't mean you can stop being a mom. I'm only 16, and I shouldn't be the one responsible for taking care of everyone in this house. She fired back with, "You're the oldest sister. This is what you're supposed to do." I couldn't believe it. I told her, "I'm not the only one in this house. There are 6 other people here, and all of them are perfectly capable of helping out. I shouldn't be the only one cleaning, cooking, and taking care of the kids." After that, she went silent. My stepdad stayed out of it, as usual, and my siblings just kind of watched from the sidelines, clearly uncomfortable. Now, I'm left wondering if I was wrong for yelling at her. I know my mom works hard. She has a demanding job, and I appreciate that she provides for us. But it feels like she's forgotten that being a mom isn't just about paying the bills. I need her to be there, to help, to guide, to take some of the weight off my shoulders. I feel guilty for leaving, but I also feel like I had no other choice. I was drowning, and no one even noticed until I was gone. Even then, it wasn't out of concern for me. It was because the house fell apart without me. So, Reddit, AITA for yelling at my mom and telling her she can't stop being a parent just because she works? Edit, I didn't expect this to get so much attention. Thank you to everyone who's commented. I've been reading through all your responses, and it's been really eye-opening. To answer some common questions. I've tried talking to my mom about this before, but it always ends the same way. She either brushes me off or tells me this is just what older siblings are supposed to do. My stepdad is pretty hands-off when it comes to parenting. He works long hours, and when he's home, he checks out completely. I brought this up to my mom before, but she always defends him, saying he's tired and deserves to relax. My twin sister does help occasionally, but she's good at setting boundaries with my mom, which I honestly admire. I've always felt like I have to be the responsible one, so I have a hard time saying no.